Hi, today I wanted to discuss a topic that I wasn't sure whether or not to discuss at all, but I decided to do it because I do have some opinions that I wanted to share, and that topic is the most recent things that Sam Pepper has done. I want to say right now from the outset that this is not a hate video or anything like that. I am trying not to be too judgmental in any form here. I'm just trying to take a general lesson from the things that he's done and is saying now for the future, for him as well as everyone else in this world, because I think it's good to realize and be aware of things. I just wanted to touch upon some things that he said. I wrote some stuff down that I wanted to discuss, so I'm gonna have a look at that now. First of all, I would like to sort of go back to the beginning of all the drama with Sam Pepper, just real quick. I don't want to get into it too much because it's not fun. It's not what this is about. If you want to know more about that, you can watch earlier videos of other people. Sam Pepper is a YouTuber originally from the UK who is now living in LA, and he does prank videos. All the issues really started when he made a prank video in which he pinched women's butts. I hope I don't have to explain why this is problematic, but a lot of people reacted to this, and a lot of people actually started saying stuff about him being very unpleasant towards them, harassment, making them uncomfortable, doing actual rape stuff to them. I don't really like discussing this at all, in case you didn't notice. Basically, people came out and said that he was a rapist, that he was horrible for making that video as well, which I completely agree with. And then he came out with another video in which he did the same thing, only to men, and then he made a third video saying that the first two were a social experiment and that he wanted to point out how people react much more heavily to harassment when it comes to women in comparison to when it comes to men being harassed, which I think is a topic worth discussing, but that's not the point. A lot of people are upset with him. A lot of people thought he should go to jail for raping people and also just leave YouTube because what he did was horrible, and they wanted him, I think his agency dropped him as well because of all the drama going on. Basically, he lost a lot because he was being an incredible prick. He didn't leave the internet, he just sort of went, well, not silent, he just went on doing his thing, really. Flash forward to, I think it was about a month or two ago, when he made a video, another prank video, in which he kidnapped someone and had them watch their best friend being shot in front of them for a prank. And this was all funny, let's say that, because obviously it was a prank, so yeah, funny, hilarious, great! Let's kill someone's best friend in front of them, that must be hilarious. Needless to say, he got a lot of hate for that as well. There were petitions that stated that he should be removed from YouTube and stuff like that. A lot of people signed that as well. So all of that happened, he got backlash again. When that first thing happened, he should have been warned. It should have been a cautionary tale at least. Anyhow, that happened, and then a few days ago he cleared all his videos, he cleared all his tweets, he made all his backgrounds black, and he tweeted, "I give up." So a lot of people thought he left the internet for good. Really. Then 2 days ago, he came back. No, it wasn't a prank, so that is one step forward, I guess. But he made a video, a 20-minute long video, with as a title, "I'm Sorry," and he also did an interview with, I think they're called Drama Alerts, about all the accusations that he's had over, well, the past year, I think it was. And basically in this he dispelled the fact that he raped anyone. He also came out and said that all those prank videos that people got really upset over were fake, and that basically he had started doing fake pranks just because everyone else doing pranks was doing them, and he needed to keep up. He felt like he needed to keep up because he used to do silly traditional pranks in a way, but he found out a lot of new channels started growing and they were all doing these really big things that you actually cannot do without faking it or making it setting up a scene, acting it out. So he decided that he would do that as well, just to keep up with the masses, and that led to him making that first prank. And instead of telling everyone that it was fake and coming out and saying that, He sort of made it worse by the way he handled it, in my opinion. in his own as well. In these videos he says that he doesn't want pity because he realizes that he made a mistake, but he hopes he can get a second chance, and that is basically the sum of it. I am not going to link any of the things below because I still don't really like him and I don't really want to support him by linking it to you, but if you want to know it, you can probably find it anywhere. I am gonna just leave aside the fact of whether or not he has raped anyone and whether or not these videos were actually fake, because I do have a hard time trusting him now that all of this has happened, and I also have a hard time believing anyone would lie about being raped. But then again, there are some pretty sick people out there, so I'm not gonna make any assumptions about that. It's his words, his word against theirs. So I'm just gonna leave that for what it is, because I am not the one to decide if that's true or not. Regardless of whether all these things are true or not, he is still not doing the right making the right steps in order to be granted that second chance that he wants, because I think he sort of missed the point. My biggest problem with all the things that he did, assuming that they were fake, so they didn't actually harm anyone, is that they normalize very serious topics such as kidnapping and assaulting people on the street. When you make something a prank, it automatically is supposed to be funny. And in my opinion, it is not funny to assault anyone, regardless of it being real or not. And it is not funny to kidnap someone, whether or not it's real, and kill their best friend in front of them, whether or not it's real. You do not want to portray these things as though they are jokes, because I don't think they are. They are not supposed to be funny. They are not funny if they happen to you, and by making videos implying that they are funny, you make it okay for people to commit these things. You make it okay for people to grab someone's butt in the street. People already think it's very normal to do these things. And when you go around making these videos, you make people think it is normal. You make people wonder if they should be okay with these things happening just because they were in a video. And I think that is very wrong. Regardless of it being real, you make a huge audience think that it's okay to do these things. And you should never, especially with that much following, make people think that that is okay. Alongside that, I do want to point out that I find it odd how no one in his surroundings has told him that these were very bad ideas and that he shouldn't have done it. So either he has really, really poorly mind people around him, or he hasn't asked for anyone's feedback, which I think is very stupid when you're gonna make a prank about a sensitive topic. I don't think you should make a prank about any sensitive topic at all, but if you're gonna do it, ask someone for feedback and really think it through. You should take more than a few hours to consider if this is a good plan. Ask yourself the question, do I want people to think this is cool? Regardless of the views that you're getting, do I want to make people think this is okay? Do you want people to think it's okay to touch your butt in the street? Would you like it if you were walking down the street, someone asks you for directions, and then you feel someone pinching your butt? Would you like that? I don't think so. So why would you make other people think it's okay to do it? I think for me, what would be the best thing for Sam to do is realize that this is the core of his mistake, regardless of it being true or not. Although I hope he is being truthful. I'm gonna assume the best and say that if he does want to be better and to do more respectful things, he should probably realize where his real core faults lie and how he can make up for those. And in my opinion, that is by pointing out to his audience and to everyone he can possibly spread this message to that it is in fact not okay to do any of the things that he did, and that he will never do something like that again, which is something I think stands for itself. That is the most important part, that he apologizes for making these things seem like okay things, because they are not. They never will be, they never were. Regardless of what history has done or been, it is not okay, and I hope he will let everyone know that. And I think that was all I had to say on the topic. I hope I was clear. With that said, I'm gonna leave you and I'll see you soon. Bye! Lately I've been noticing something, and it's how much we as people like to hold on to stuff.